welcome to Andover High School for CTN's coverage of the Section 7 4A Boys Basketball Quarterfinals. This is the number 3 seeded Andover Huskies host the number 6 seed Coon Rapids Cardinals. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro, sidelines, and Howie. Always exciting to get the playoffs started, especially when you have two conference border rivals who have played such great contests already this season.
Yeah, they've split the season series, and these two teams have met 3 times out of the last 4 years in the section playoffs, so they know each other very well. And, you know, I think providing what happens tonight, this is going to come down to the very end.
Well, the Coon Rapids Cardinals' last 2 home games of the year both went to double overtime. It started with the second meeting of the year against the Andover Huskies. The Cardinals lost the first meeting by, I think, 9 or 10. A great back and forth game all night long. Goes to double overtime. Musungu's late three-pointer with the great roll helped them get it into overtime. Jaden Palmer had like 8 of his 12 points in that overtime periods to help the Cardinals come away victorious 69-62. A great game to be a part of.
It really was, and it was a big win for the Cardinals because they needed it at that point in the season. I mean, just 8 wins on the year, but they know that they have an opportunity because they've beaten the Huskies already once this year. So coming into the night on their home court, both teams won at home, so it's an opportunity as the rubber game of the match to see who can come away with that victory.
Well, the Cardinals got 4 guys into double digits last time these two teams met, led by their leader in points all season long, Jackson Aurelius.
Jackson averaged a little over 14 points a game and 6 boards, but Andover did a really nice job in that last meeting in the first half on him. I believe holding him just to 2 points. Came away with, ended up 14 points and 10 boards. He's going to be the key for the Cardinals because I don't think there's anybody on this team with more guts and determination than Jackson. So he's going to need to have a big game, and you know you're going to see him underneath, and every once in a while he's going to sneak out and hit one from outside the arc.
Well, and on the other side, somebody who didn't factor into the game and may have given the Huskies the advantage sitting on the bench last time they met was Austin Foy.
Oh, Calvin Foy. Calvin did it, you know, he's averaging almost 13 points a game, and he really is a catalyst for this team, and they did miss him in that loss at Coon Rapids. So the Cardinals know that. I mean, the Cardinals know they're going to have to bottle him up. They're going to have to maybe take him out of his game and try and get somebody else to beat him.
Well, the stage has definitely been set for an intense playoff matchup here between the Cardinals and the Huskies. The winner moves on to Saturday's semifinal. They tip off next on CTN. Back in Andover High School, just about ready to get this section quarterfinal underway. Huskies looking for a little payback on their home court. And as that higher seed, but Coon Rapids with plenty of confidence knowing that just a couple weeks ago, they took them out, but it did take double overtime.
I talked to Coach O today for quite a while, and we talked about the last couple of days in practice and you know, and how the attitude has been after that tough loss to Rogers in double overtime. And he said it was interesting. He said the JV went really hard at the varsity and, you know, being the Andover scout team and really doing a good job of kind of getting under their skin almost as he had. Take a look at head coach Matt Awney. He said the same thing. Great couple days of practice, and they know coming out here they've got to do some things differently if they want to get the win. Love the big man matchup here tonight.
Jackson Aurelius against Austin Learned in the middle.
Austin Learned was a beast on the boards last game.
Aurelius able to win the first possession for the Cardinals. Jaden Palmer waves from the basket. Watched by Thompson. Around they swing it to Lucky Morange. In, kicks it out. Aurelius for 3 from the top of the key. Off the back of the iron. And recovered by Learned for the Huskies.
Yeah, Jackson's not afraid to step out beyond the arc and take that shot. Coach O is very fine with that.
Jack Sheeran Working against Palmer, up top for Learned. Sharon back up top again, this time for Nick Fine, and gets it back. Good move to the right hand for Jake Sharon, and he scores off the glass. Huskies on the board first.
One of the keys tonight for Coon Rapids on the D end anyway is to rebound well. They want to rebound well both ends, but especially in the defensive, do not allow extra opportunities. But you saw Sharon with a great opportunity there.
Taylon Elmy finds room to the baseline, but it bounces out. The rebound for Sharon, and Ani will push it up the floor. Kicked out in the middle is Learned, and he scores.
Again, you've got those two big men in Sharon and Learned. And they're very active underneath the basket. You saw the nice feed inside to Learned for the bucket. 4-0 lead here early on for Andover.
Elmy working against Ani, hands off to Lucky Morange. We saw Morange have a monster game in the regular season finale. Scramble on the floor, Fine able to pull possession away for the Huskies. And a 4-0 lead early for the home team.
Well, we'll talk about empty possessions. We've seen a few so far here for the Cardinals to start, and they can ill afford that, Joe. They've got to keep their offense going, which has been actually producing pretty well as of late.
Foy gets it back to Ani on the left side, into the corner for Learned. Working against Aurelius in front of a large student section. They work it back up to the top. Foy nearly stripped, but recovers it in the paint. Kicks it out, Learned for three. He hits it.
Learned had 13 points and 8 boards in that last contest in the Cardinal win. We talked about it. He was really good when he needed to be.
Aurelius in the middle, tipped away out of bounds off of Andover.
Learned, the big man, he can score from underneath, and obviously can light it up from beyond the arc as he drops that one.
Jordan Doe in the near corner to Lucky Morange in the post. Gets to the paint and gets the Cardinals on the board.
And Joe, you talked about Lucky. We were talking before the game, but especially in that game against Rogers, was feeling it from especially beyond the arc. They're going to need a night out of him as well if they want to win this contest.
Fine kicks it out to Ani into the middle for Learned. Disrupted and out of bounds. It'll be Andover basketball.
That time Jackson Aurelius got a hand on it, but and knocked it out of bounds. But again, they're going to be active in the middle between those bigs.
Ani working against and getting a step on Morange, off the glass and in.
A 9-2 lead for the Huskies.
Palmer nearly had a rip by Fine, but able to recover it. 15-foot jumper for Aurelius is off the mark. Palmer in late on the rebound, will be called for the foul.
That's his first, team first.
Foy is bumped before losing control. Another foul on the Cardinals. This one will go against Taylon Elmy. Learned looking for room on the right side. Double team comes, gets it back to Fine, and this is Calvin Foy, and he walked.
You know, we talked about Calvin Foy missing that last game with Coon Rapids, and really, with him in the offense, in the lineup, it's a different offensive team.
Doe right side for Palmer. Palmer gets it up top for Elmy and backs off. Left side, Jordan Doe. Inside to Palmer. Palmer tried to get it back out. It was deflected by Foy, recovered by Austin Learned, and he will bring it up court.
Yeah, I think Palmer wanted to get in down low and score, but that pass was a little too much to the inside
Foy dribbles into the lane, kicks it back out, Fine for three. That one's good as well. A 10-point lead for the Andover Huskies.
Yeah, and again, that's exactly what the Cardinals did not want to see happen, as Armonte Henry's going to get a chance to check into the lineup at next opportunity for Coon Rapids.
Aurelius drives and gets the foul. Will go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, as we talked about, that'll be a battle all night between Leonard and Aurelius. They'll go a little smaller lineup now with Palmer coming out for Armonte Henry for the Cardinals.
Aurelius able to hit them both. Cardinals needed some stops on defense. Can't let this gap get too big. A turnover, Jordan Doe all alone underneath for a basket.
Yeah, just a nice find by Armonte Henry. But you're right, Joe. And again, they've gotten off to slow starts before, been able to dig back here in the last number of games.
Learned's pass off the mark, but he's going to be called for the charge. Lucky Morange gets in position and takes the contact, and that's too quick against the Huskies' big guy.
Yeah, and could prove to be big as this game continues. I mean, he's a big part of what they do, especially underneath.
Doe to the corner. Henry took a step.
I talked to Coach O about Armonte Henry. His first game back since game number 2 of the year was against that Rogers game we did previous. He said he thought he played really well and did a really nice job getting into shape and coming back. Got some quality minutes.
Foy into the corner. Back up top for Fine. Fine's pass out of the reach of Sharon, out of bounds, a turnover to Coon Rapids.
Now, Coach Arney was talking about really the kids need to step up in the moment. They need to handle that kind of pressure. They took 50 shots against Coon Rapids in that first game, 45, or they missed 50, missed 45 in that second game.
Good look to Armonte Henry underneath. Shot won't fall though. Fine has the rebound. Troubled in the corner, but able to get out of the traffic. Down court for Sharon, and he scores. Lucky looking for room around the right side on the baseline. That shot off the mark. Sharon in position for the rebound. Fine will slow things down and now push it ahead. Foy kicks it back out. Sharon for three. That one won't fall. And Foy stepped on the line before touching the ball.
Yeah, again, trying to save that one after the missed shot.
Ben Kopetsky checking in along with Sam Masungu. Masungu
He had a
and
big one.
Kopetsky are both freshmen.
Yeah,
played some big minutes. Masungu hit the huge three with a great roll. Played a big part in getting them into the overtime.
Well, he had 14 points in that loss.
Correct. Doe an open look for three. This one will not fall. The rebound tip. Masungu in control, and he will take it to the other end for the Huskies. All the way to the basket. Draw the foul, and he will go to the line to shoot two.
Again, using that speed to gain the edge, get around the corner, didn't get it to fall, but he'll try and earn him from the stripe. I like he just blew past the defender. There you see where the infraction happened.
First one is good. And he hits them both. Back to a 10-point lead for the Huskies. 11:40 to play in the first half. Armonte Henry up high, watched by Masunga. The pass almost out of reach for Elmy, but he recovers. Watched by Kopetsky into the far corner. Henry slipped a little up top for Jackson Aurelius. Doe in to Lucky. Turned to face up. Nice look to get it underneath to Henry. Henry throws it back up top for Lucky. Good crossover with a head fake. Draws contact and gets to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, Lucky being active as he makes his way down the lane. You know, you're seeing him be guarded fairly closely once he gets just shortly outside the arc. I know Andover saw that game against Rogers where he was left open a lot but hit from way out.
Free throw is short off the front of the rim. And that one rims out off the back of the iron. Kopetsky gets it across for Sharon. Got Henry into the air, into the corner. A three-pointer for Foy is off the mark. The rebound by Elmy, quickly down court. Henry behind the defense, and he left it short. He's going to get another chance. He'll get the foul and go to the line to shoot two.
I mean, you can see the athleticism of Armonte Henry, and again, that just, as you mentioned, left that one a little bit short. He's kicking himself, I'm sure, because he felt he should have made that bucket. And he probably felt a little pressure behind him, but that's one you have to make.
Well, the Cardinals have left a lot of points just off the rim early on. MJ Galama checks in. Second one is short. The rebound by Kopetsky. Kopetsky crosses over, gets to the paint, fades away. That shot off the mark. Punched and nearly recovered by Sharon, and then he does and kicks it out to Kopetsky. Huskies trying to reset. Pass knocked away out of bounds by Galama. Kopetsky out of the backcourt. Galama will pick him up. Right side for Masungu. Masungu gets to the lane, shoots over Aurelius. Shot won't fall. Sharon has the rebound, takes it back up. That doesn't go. Another rebound to Andover for Angel. And now a foul inside. And Calvin Foy will get to the line to shoot two. 3 and 4 opportunities on a single possession for the Andover Huskies early on.
And you cannot let that happen defensively. And Coach O talked about one of the biggest factors here tonight is that we have to do well on the defensive boards. He would not give them a passing grade on that trip down the court because too many opportunities. Now you get a chance to hit from the stripe.
Foy misses off to the side. Able to salvage 1 and 2, back to a 10-point lead. Henry's pass is taken away by Angel, and into the front court come the Huskies.
Angel's getting a lot of time here this evening. In place of Elijah Alexander, who's not playing tonight. Alexander had a couple of big games against Coon Rapids.
Masungu baseline kicks it up top. Foy for 3, it's good. And a timeout, Coon Rapids.
Yeah, big lead for the Huskies here early on. 9:29 remaining here in this first half. Cardinals yet to get their offense going. As you're going to see, Calvin Foy get into the action here, and he drains it from outside the arc. Yeah, Coach O, a smart timeout, obviously. We don't want to get, he doesn't want to get it too far out of hand, but he wants to kind of just get the guys to take a breath, talk a little bit about what they need to do, because right now they're 13 points behind.
Well, just 2 baskets from the floor in almost a quarter of the game.
Yep.
Not going to cut it come postseason.
No, it will not. Not if you want to keep your season alive.
So and we talked about leaving a lot at the rim. I mean, they've had opportunities. They've gotten good looks. They're just not getting shots to fall. Maybe a little bit of jitters.
Yep.
MJ Galama drives right side and scores off the glass.
And you know, and again, they're going to tee him. Are they going to tee him up? No. We'll give him a warning. You can see again, Galama with a nice job, and then I'm not sure why they would. He just flipped the ball back to the official.
They're going to call it a travel, and it's the right call. Masungu got in the paint and
got a little out of control.
Found himself with 4 white jerseys around him and maybe dragged the foot just a little.
Just a bit. Well, and that's what the Cardinals need. They need stops on defense and makes on offense. And I'm sure that's what Coach O talked to him about in that timeout.
Pass taken away by Sharon, just skied up to grab it. Kopetsky thought about the 3, and they'll work it around to Masungu on the left side. Trying to get it into the post, taken away by Galama. Sprints to the other end up top, Lucky Morange. Doe inside, leaves it off. Aurelius will get the contact and will go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, and again, he needs that short little one to fall. It's a nice look on the inside. Jordan Doe finds him. The defense collapses around. It just cannot get that little short one to fall. Calvin Foy back in the lineup for Andover.
Aurelius hits them both.
Jackson has 4 of the 11 Cardinal points.
Kopetsky into the lane, floater off the glass is good.
That was a nice move, and I think frustrating for Coach O is that that's just a breakdown on defense, letting him in like that.
Galama is fouled as he and Foy go hard to the floor. The foul will go against Foy.
You know, the Andover fans were calling for the charge, but I mean that's an obvious blocking foul.
His feet clearly moving.
They weren't set at all.
Not going backwards. Did look like MJ lowered the shoulder a little bit. I see that argument, but Galama inbounds to Morange, looking for help, leaves it out for Jordan Doe. Doe trying to find room against Kopetsky and gets inside to score.
Yeah, nice move to kind of get a little wiggle room inside and good adjustment to get the basket. 22-13 Huskies.
Kalma is trying to slip between a couple of defenders, and he is fouled by Armonte Henry.
So a nice move inside, good body control, able to get the ball to the outside hand and find some room to get the bucket. Palmer and Elmy back in for Coon Rapids.
Kalma's bounce pass to Fine up top. Huskies being patient. Back and forth, Taylon Elmy pick the pass, drives to the other end, and that basket will not fall, but he will go to the line and shoot 2.
I was watching Talon on defense, and he saw where that pass was coming, and just a really nice defensive move by him to step in front of the pass. And unfortunately, doesn't get the basket to fall.
Well, and we've seen that a couple of different times where, in close and they draw the contact, but if they could just get that short one to fall, this score might be a little bit closer. Elmy hits them both. Chipping away at the lead. Sharon in the right corner, bounce pass, deflected away out of bounds. Trying to get it to Angel underneath. Timeout Andover.
Well, yeah, Cardinals with 6:51 remaining in this half, Joe. They're down by 7. Just have to keep this thing relatively close. They, again, cannot let Andover go on a bit of a run here before the break. Keep this lead in the half. If they can, obviously, if they can chip away and get the lead, would be great. But at least keep it under double digits until the break.
Yeah, you talk about somebody who was pretty quiet for one half of basketball and a shooting star in the second.
Oh, he was unconscious from outside.
Lucky Morange, 5 3-pointers in the second half on his way to 25 points.
I mean, he could feel it. I mean, when he stepped away from his shot, he knew that was going to drop, and he had so much confidence.
Right there with a hand in his face.
Yep.
A bunch of the stands cleared out. They just couldn't believe he was that en fuego. Cardinals could use a bit of that right now.
They could. They could continue to do stops on defense or force turnovers, and they certainly need their offense to get going. Cardinal faithful here.
They haven't had a ton to cheer about
Not yet
so far. A lot of basketball to be played.
Oh, yes.
Fine will inbound from underneath the Cardinal basket. Up top to Sharon, right side for Kopetsky, back to Sharon, and now Fine on the left side. Into the corner, Ani back to Kopetsky from way outside, and he nailed it.
I mean, not much you can do about that. I mean, you're talking about way, way beyond the arc.
Galama battling against Fine. Will get contact and will go to the line and shoot 2.
So you look at those. You look at those 2 games that they played. The first one at the break, Andover was up by 9. That game that they won at home, Andover was up by 2. So you really want to keep that side. If you're not gonna get the lead at the break, you want to keep it at a certain distance.
Galama's second is off the mark. Fine has the rebound. Kopetsky back up top for Sharon, and now Nick Fine. Back to Kopetsky. Toward the free throw line, and the pull-up jumper is good.
Again, just made a little move to the middle and able to create a little space for himself. It was a nice little shot.
He's got the last 7 for the Huskies. Their lead is 11. Ball stripped from Aurelius in the paint.
Well, they're doubling. Once Jackson gets the ball, they're doubling him.
Into the corner, Kopetsky back up top for Fine, right side. Sharon steps in, kicks it out. Ani will double move to get to the baseline and scores off the glass.
And that's just a smart move because he knew that he had the opportunity to kiss it off the glass, get the bucket. 13-point lead for Andover.
Doe dumps it off to Galama. Up strong, but the shot won't fall. Kopetsky has it, and he gets him up the floor quickly. Ani with a 3-pointer. That one won't fall. Rebound tipped by the Huskies and controlled by Sharon. Leaves it out. Three-pointer for Fine is off the mark. The rebound tipped and controlled now by Aurelius. Jordan Doe on the run for the Cardinals. Great crossover to get room, but again, the shot won't fall for the Cardinals.
How many times have
It
they missed
rolled
that?
around the entire rim before coming off the front end.
Crazy.
Fine into the paint, hits the jump shot, 15-point lead.
It was a fine little shot by Fine. 'Cause again, they've done a really nice job of just taking a step and getting a little space and creating a shot. You're going to see it again as he just steps to the inside and just a soft little floater for the bucket.
This is definitely, as you were just talking about, keeping it close. This is not that.
No, this is definitely not that, and this is about as bad as a start for Coon Rapids as they could imagine. Andover doing a better job on both ends of the court, limiting what the Cardinals do offensively, and then as we talked about, I mean, how many little shots, how many close-in shots has Coon Rapids missed here tonight? You know, this score could be a little different, a little closer. They're just not getting those soft little shots to fall.
4:30 remaining first half. Huskies on top, 31-16. Jordan Doe into the front court, splits a couple of defenders, fakes, and then pass was off the mark. Galama saved it, but only for it to be taken back by the Huskies. Another turnover, another empty possession.
Now with 4 minutes remaining in the half, and Cardinals trying to find an answer. Coach O can't be too happy. Does not look happy. And Matt Ani, he's got to be pleased with what his team is doing here so far in the first half.
Galama got a hand on it, but it's recovered by Sharon. Kopetsky steps into another three-point shot, but it wouldn't go. Rebound by Galama, but a foul underneath away from the ball against the Huskies. Matt Ani called for the push. Jake on. Hopefully Matt Ani wasn't on the floor pushing other players.
That would not be good. I think he'd get a technical for that.
It's a 1-on-1 situation for Jordan Doe. Front end off the mark. The rebound by Angel, and the way go the Huskies. Sharon in the corner, back up to Fine, and across for Kopetsky. Ani wants three, and this one won't fall. The rebound by Elmi. He's fouled by Fine, and will go to the line now to shoot two. I believe that is their 10th.
Yep.
So double bonus with 3:29 to play.
Well, I mean, that's maybe the one negative that you see in this first half for Andover, just too many fouls. But they're in the situation, they're fortunate that this game isn't close.
That's three on Nick Fine. And Elmi hits them both. Foy ahead for Learned, turns, steps in, back out. Foy for three. That one's short. Rebound by Elmi. Elmi to the other end. Too much on it, comes off strong, And the rebound by Sheeran. Foy into the front court, draws a double team, hands off to Kopetsky. Kopetsky, great pass, and Sheeran scores easily at the back door.
What a look. Like Kopetsky, I mean,
it's a pretty impressive freshman.
That was nice. I mean, he's a good floor general.
Three-pointer from a long way out for Elmy is good.
And those are the kind of things that Coon Rapids need if they're going to get back into this game. 33-21 favor of Andover with 2.5 minutes remaining in the half.
Learned cutting through some traffic into the corner, now needs to pass. Got it to Sharon, back out, Ani for three. Almost got the craziest bounce of all time. That one would have topped the one from Masungu late in regulation last week, or last 2 weeks ago.
Right.
In the paint, a good roll finally for Lucky, and the lead back down to 10.
Again, in the last couple of minutes, we get some stops and just trying to whittle this lead away. You have an opportunity in the second half, but you got to get stops. You don't want to trade baskets at this point.
Ani comes back out of the corner. Up top, hands off for Foy. Back to Learned. Poked away by Doe. Aurelius on the run. And the foul before the shot. Calvin Foy picking up his third.
His third. Learned has two. There, Elmy does a nice job of stepping back and dropping the three. Foy will be out with his three.
Kalmus back on the floor for Andover. Aurelius can't get the roll on the second one. The rebound by Learned. Ani to Learned. And he's going to be fouled. MJ Galama, the guilty party. Kopetsky, backcourt violation.
And a turnover. And Coach Ani told me, he said, you know, one thing in that last game against Coon Rapids, we turned the ball over way too many times, 25 in that contest. And granted, they've got a 9-point lead, but they can afford to turn the ball over here late in the half.
Well, you never want to think, especially in the playoffs, of any lead being safe.
Nope. You know, Coon Rapids offensively, they get hot, they can come back. You know, they've got some nice outside shooters.
Tarnu back up top, Palmer inside to Morange in the post, dumps it off, backdoor, Tarnu scores.
Yeah, I think Lucky got away with an elbow there. 7-point lead for the Huskies.
Galama nearly comes up with the steal, but out of bounds to the Huskies.
Yeah, I like the way the Cardinals have reacted here. They didn't get down by the fact they were down by double digits. They were able to, you know, again, just be active continuously on the defensive end.
Kopetsky ran into some trouble, but he did get fouled. It's going to go against Palmer, and that'll be number 7, so it'll put Kopetsky at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. First one is off the mark. Rebound off the Cardinals and out of bounds. Kalmus up top. Trying to get around some traffic. Masungu kicks it into the corner. Kopetsky, the three-pointer didn't go. He thought he had contact. Instead, it's out of bounds off of Andover.
I think did Elby get a piece of that?
Definitely.
He definitely did.
It's hard to see. I have to watch on the
Yeah,
monitor.
me too.
We cannot see that corner of the court. Gallimon nearly lost it, kicks it back to Elmy instead. Elmy drives, goes hard to the floor. It'll be Cardinal ball, no foul though.
You see the time left, 18 seconds, a 7-point lead for Andover.
Jackson Aurelius will check back in. Aurelius to the paint and scores with the hook.
Nice strong move to the inside. Lead is 5. Oh,
And
another
a turnover, and
turnover.
the Cardinals have a chance to get it even closer. 15-point lead for the Huskies, down to 5 now. And the Cardinals have the ball back with 6.4 to go. Inbound to Elmy in the backcourt. Elmy will run. And then he stepped on the line. It'll be Husky ball as he was well defended by Kelmus.
Yeah, Husky ball with 1 second left. But give credit to the Cardinals, down by 15. Now just 5 at the break.
Kelmus fires it down court, but nowhere close. And the Huskies will go to the locker room up by 5. We'll take a break, get some halftime reaction after this. You're watching Section 7 4A quarterfinal action on CTN.
Welcome back to Andover High School. You're watching CTN's presentation of 7-4A section basketball playoff, boys basketball. It's 33-28 at the break. I'm here with Husky head coach Matt Awney. And coach, you guys had a 15-point lead, down to 5. Talk a little bit about what you saw in that last few minutes.
Well, it's intensity of playoff basketball, and what we have to do is get in front of our guy and stuff. Coon Rapids is you know, what they want to do is isolate and go downhill and go hard to the basket, and we got to move our feet and do it without fouling. They got 17 free throw attempts in that half, and we've got 4, and they're the aggressor, and we've got to figure out how to move our feet and get in front of them and stop them.
You guys have done a nice job offensively, getting a number of opportunities. What do you do to continue that here in the second half?
Yeah, well, Mike's changing it up between the zone and the man, and for us to be able to, you know, the zone's giving us a little bit of fits. They're pushing us out a little bit, and we've got to be able to get into the gaps and then create a good shot that way.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second. We'll be right back with first half highlights right after this.
Back at Andover High School, halftime of this Section 7 4A quarterfinal. The Huskies had a big lead, 15 points, but at the end it was Coon Rapids making a run, cutting it down to back within 5 as we get ready to start the second half.
Yeah, they did a really good job of, they could have got down a little bit because they were down by 15, but they did a really nice job, got stops, caused some turnovers, and then they made the shots count. Early on, they didn't. They had a lot of soft ones inside that didn't drop, but they did a really nice job of just staying within themselves and getting back into this game.
Yeah, Cardinals definitely struggling early on to get the ball to go fall through the cylinder, even though they had gotten themselves many chances. And it was 20-7 early on, and then they pushed that lead to 31-16 with about 4.5 minutes left. But from there, It was a 12-2 run for the Cardinals to close things out. We'll take another break. We'll be back with head coach Micah Gorick and his take on the first half right after this on CTN. Winston, nice hands, drives and scores. Picked him off beautifully.
Back to Andover High School. We're at the break. 33-28 lead for Andover Coon Rapids. I'm here with Cardinal head coach Micah Gorick. And coach, you guys were down by 15, but nice job at the end cutting this lead to 5.
Yeah, for sure. It's a big run for us at the end of the half. You know, like I told our guys, we survived, you know, 2 big runs there. You know, early on, it's like we missed a couple things and everything they were throwing up was going in. We missed a couple bunnies, we missed a couple free throws. We survived that storm, got back in it, and the next thing you know, all of a sudden it's up to 15, and we weathered that storm too. This is a tough group, and you know, we're seeing it tonight.
You know, a number of times in that first half, multiple looks for Andover. What do you do to cut that down and to avoid those opportunities, get those defensive rebounds?
Yeah, we know number one, our objective has got to get on the boards. You know, like I told our guys, there's not an excuse for someone not to tag. I could forgive 2 guys tagging 1 man. To us to not to tag and stand underneath just ain't going to work, and we know that. And we got to really, if we want to win this game, we know that we have the defensive rebound. So that was a big emphasis for us at halftime here too. And, you know, I like where we were defensively, definitely at the end of the half, and that's the kind of juice that we need if we want to win this game tonight.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second. We'll be right back with the second half right after this.
Shakes the man up, cuts back, and he's behind the defense. Throwing long, looking end zone, touchdown. Back at Andover High School, just about ready to get the second half underway. Coon Rapids will have the opening possession. They closed the half on a good note, trying to start the second with that same momentum. Nearly thrown away out of bounds, and then eventually is.
And not the way you want to start half number 2 with the turnover.
Calvin Foy will bring the Huskies into the front court. He lost the handle. Jordan Doe on the run, and he will get contact and add to the foul troubles of the Andover Huskies. This one's going to go against Jake Connie.
Well, just his second. Again, trying to split that defense, so you saw the foul.
Up top, Lucky Morange put it on the floor, had to recover it. Leaves it for Taylon Elmy. Elmy's shot off the glass won't go, but tipped right back to him. Kicks it out to Jordan Doe. Doe lofts it off his own knee. And the Huskies will gain control into the front court. Learn it to Foy. Foy in the paint. And a 3-second violation.
And that's just great defense by Elmy.
Jake Connie out there with looks like a gauze pack in
on his nose,
the right side of his nose.
Yep.
Elmy back up top, tipped, recovered by Jordan Doe. Into the corner. Relius thought about the 3, steps up, great little dish off. Jaden Palmer scored, but It's going to be a charging foul
That's unfortunate.
against Jackson Aurelius. Well, we
his
saw
second.
this one.
A nice.
We saw it very similar charge call at that same end in the first half.
They're
Go
gonna
the
call
other
another
way.
one. Jackson. That's his third all of a sudden. He's going to have to come out. That's the last thing Coon Rapids wanted. They need him in the lineup, as Coach talked about.
He's not
happy. He's a very emotional player. We saw that after the loss at the Rogers game at Coon Rapids, of course. But
And another foul. This one against Lucky Morange.
all of a sudden, fouls picking up early on. As Coach, we were talking about, as Coach O talked about when we had a chance to talk to him, we need Jackson in there, and unfortunately, he's sitting on the bench with 3.
Learned back out. Calvin Foy will try, then drops it off for Learned. Jumper is good.
Well, and that's really what the Huskies need to do. And the Huskies need to get stops and build this lead, because this lead was at one time up to 15.
Elmy trying to find room, backing off, needs support to Doe in the corner. MJ Galama will put it on the floor against Fine, and now hand off to Palmer up top. Morange will fake. Working against Sharon to the paint, back out to Jordan Doe, and up top is Taylon Elmy. Elmy trying to find room. He did find contact.
Call that
It's going
one
to go
a-
against Ani, and that'll be his third.
Now you've got 3 players for the Huskies with 3 fouls. So we'll see as this game, and it's early here, obviously, in the second as this game unfolds, how that will affect it.
Three-pointer will not fall for Taylon Elmy. That's tracked down by Fine. Underneath for Sharon. Ball poked free. He's able to recover it. And he will go to the line to shoot 2. The foul on Jaden Palmer. Just a hustle foul trying to get to that loose ball.
Yeah, and that's Jaden's third. So now you've got your 2 bigs with 3 personals. Just trying to get that basketball, but did pick up a little contact. Gives an opportunity for Sharon to go to the line. Monty Henry back in for Coon Rapids. Jordan Doe will take a seat at the bench.
Sharon's second won't go. Palmer has the rebound and quickly gets into the front court for the Cardinals. Hands off to Lucky Morange. Pass taken away by Calvin Foy on the run. Blocked huge by Galama. That stayed inbounds, and the Cardinals caught napping. Sharon all alone underneath. Great athletic defensive play by Galama, but the play wasn't over, and credit to the Huskies for staying on top of it.
Yeah, it was
getting the wide open look underneath.
Yeah, they had a couple of players underneath. Look at MJ come back and just get all ball. Boy, did he sky for that one. But then you see
Fine scoops it up and
Sharon.
finds Sharon. And again, a slow start to the half for the Cardinals. Just 3 minutes in, but no points on the board, and that 5-point lead is doubled.
Well, and true, and the thing is too, they had the momentum going into this second half. I mean, they whittled that 15-point lead down to 5, but now you've given the opportunity for Andover to carry the momentum into the second half with now a 10-point lead. Cardinals need points. As you mentioned, they haven't scored yet in this half.
Morange hands off to Armonte Henry. Elmi steps into the corner, fakes, and now gives it back to Armonte Henry up top. Morange to Henry. Elmi wants three from the corner. That was blocked. Morange saves it, but it's stolen away by Fine. Fine trying to get it to Masungu. Elmi and Masungu hit the deck, but incidental contact and no foul.
Really is back into the game for Coon Rapids with his three personals. And it wouldn't be surprised me to see Andover go after him a little bit here, trying to get a fourth one early.
MJ Galima and Armonte Henry set it up top. And now a steal by Jack Sheeran on the cross court pass. He'll slow it down for Fine. Ani dumps it off. Sheeran wasn't ready. Thought he was going to shoot, but he's able to get it back on the floor. And a timeout by the Huskies.
Now, as you mentioned, Sharon was not ready for that pass, and Cardinal defense did a nice job of just really collapsing around him, giving him trouble, forcing them to call that timeout. You can see Galma in there. And is that Palmer on the ground? Yeah, he just hustles everywhere. I like that young man. He's just sacrificing his body for the squad. That's Dave Immy's alter ego. I can imagine if Dave had that on, that he'd be doing the same thing, only with backflips.
About the same height.
Yeah, about the same height. Dave might be a bit taller.
With his hat on.
Yeah. With his hat on.
Fine up top, down low for Sharon. Nice fake, open look, won't fall though, and the rebound tip to Galima. Galima gallops to the other end and now backs off. Left side, Doe for three, it's good.
And they needed that. The Cardinals needed that. Their first points of the half. And again, you saw that looking miss in close. We were seeing Coon Rapids miss those kind of shots all first half.
Masungu gets it to Sharon, down low, Angel kicks it out, Ani for three. That won't fall. And a foul on the Cardinals, battling for the rebound.
They called it on Galma, or did they call it on?
I think they called it on
Smith.
Calling it on Elijah Smith.
Yeah.
Nope, it's going to go against Galima.
Yeah. Galma's second. Nice shot there from Doe. Three players with 7 points for the Cardinals.
Masungu to Kopetsky on the right side, back to Masungu. Working around left side for Calvin Foy up top. Masungu steps into a three, it's short. Rebound by Kopetsky. Back to Masungu, thought about another three, instead puts it on the floor. Cross-court pass taken away by Doe. Doe on the run, gets behind Learned and scores off the glass.
Yeah, and that's just a mistake by a young player, that pass by Masunga. They give Jordan Doe credit. Did a nice job stepping into the passing lane, took it to the other end for the bucket. 5-point lead for the Huskies.
Masungu in some trouble, gets it to Learned across. Now for Calvin Foy. Learned nearly stepped on the back line, but keeps it over to Foy. He runs into traffic, and he will get a foul, and that will be number 6. So it'll be bonus time for the Huskies from here on out.
Did they give that one to? That's Smith. That's Elijah Smith, his first, as you mentioned, team 6th. Yeah, there you see, you got the hack. Oh,
And that's going to be number 7 before the inbound.
that could be on
They'll
Smith
put
again.
Kalmus at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Kalmus hits the first and earns the second.
There you see the hold.
And he hits them both.
Big free throws.
Jordan Doe will take his time across midcourt, left side for Galama into the corner. Elmy thought about it, gets it back to Galama up top. Down low, Aurelius back out to Doe for 3. That's off the mark. The rebound by Foy. And he turns up court for the Huskies to Sharon behind the defense, and he scores.
What a nice dish, too, by Foy. I mean, you can see that's part of his game that he brings to this squad. Just a nice job of bringing up court and then finding him underneath.
Tipped away out of bounds. Cardinals keep it up top. Galama. Elmy from way downtown. That won't fall, and this is going to be a foul against Jordan Doe, trying to get position for the free throw, or for the rebound.
See the miss from outside, and oh, there you see Doe. Easy call.
You can't
do that.
You can't.
You can't. In hockey, maybe.
In football.
In football, but maybe not in basketball. Unless
You can't really move
you don't
them
get
like
caught.
that. Just make it look like they're moving themselves. Foy gets the roll on the first. Back to a double-digit lead for the Huskies. Second one won't fall. The rebound by Smith. Morange.
Lucky thought about it.
Husky fans trying to give Jordan Doe the business. Inside pass to Aurelius. He's fouled before the shot.
No, Huskies certainly not in foul trouble, just their third team. At Sharon's, I believe that was on Sharon, yeah, his second.
Inbound to Aurelius, puts it on the floor and scores with the left hand.
Jackson leads all scorers for Coon Rapids with 9.
Learned left alone. He's fouled by Morange. He will go to the line to left to shoot 2.
Yeah, but what was more impressive was the find.
It was a great pass, but
Yes, it was.
he was lonely
Yeah.
just outside the paint down here. First one is short. He's able to hit the second. Morange long three-pointer. That one's good.
Yeah, and now Lucky's feeling with that shot. We'll see as this game progresses if they look for Lucky a little bit more.
Well, the Huskies cannot allow him to get hot like he was last Friday. Three-point look at the other end won't go for Kalmus. Smith has the rebound. Lucky. Right side for Jordan Doe. Cross court, Elmy. Lucky Thought about it, puts it on the floor instead, finds a little room, kicks it out to Doe. Back up top to Morange. Back to Doe for three. That one's short. Rebound by Sharon. Foy bounced it off the foot of Smith, went right to Kopetsky. And the Huskies able to reset the offense. Kopetsky wants three. This one won't fall for him. The rebound by Aurelius. And Kalmus went down kind of hard underneath Jackson Aurelius. Labors his way back to the defensive end. And now Sharon going to be called for his third.
Yeah, just a fourth-team foul, but and this is Lucky from the outside. Did a nice job of dropping it from long.
Cardinals working the perimeter. Smith in the high post, turns and shoots. It's off the glass and in.
Yeah, Elijah Smith just doesn't care how it goes in as long as it goes in. Able to use the glass. Down to 4 is the lead for Andover. Well, this is the opportunity for the Cardinals to continue to put a little pressure on defensively. Force a turnover.
And a steal by Jordan Doe right there, all alone to the basket. It's a 2-point game.
Yeah, just like that. Andover had the lead twice, I believe, in this half at 10.
And then another turnover. Doe on the run. Bounce pass is taken away by the Huskies. Foy weaving through Cardinal jerseys in some trouble, and he is called for a 3-second violation. Lucky for three, and the Cardinals are in the lead.
You talk about a team that doesn't give up, and Coon Rapids is one of those squads.
10 unanswered points, and the Cardinals have the lead at 45-44 with 8:09 to play. Timeout Andover.
Yeah, plenty of time, but the Huskies need that timeout with the basketball. They've got to talk about things. Wheels come off a little bit.
Their first lead of the game.
Comes a good time. So they gain a little momentum. Of course, this is section basketball, so whoever does not get the win, their season is done, and neither team wants their season to come to an end. Fun on Twitter never comes to an end, however, so make sure you follow us, get all the pertinent updates, and if you're lucky and the moon is just in the right position, maybe Joe Young will send out a text.
The winner of this contest moves on to the semifinal round at Elk River on Saturday afternoon. They will face the winner of number 2 Duluth East and number 7 Anoka, I believe.
That is correct. Duluth,
Cambridge Isani, the number 1 seed, awaits the winner.
And that Duluth East team is very hot. They're winners of 9 straight.
They will get the winner of Blaine and Forest Lake. Blaine, the 5 seed at Forest Lake tonight.
Yep.
Learned pass taken away by Talon Elmy. Elmy to the other end, had it taken away by Ani, but right to Doe, back to Elmy. Doe in the corner. Up top, Morange for 3. That one's in and out. The rebound by Austin Learned. Knocked away by Doe. And recovered now by Ani. Ani able to keep from traveling into the corner. Foy for 3, it's good.
Boy, that was a big.
And the Huskies have the lead back.
That was a big 3, and no better time for Calvin Floyd. He's just got 8 points. He's their leading scorer, but they hit a big tray from outside. That's pretty good.
Driving to the paint is Aurelius, and it's a travel.
Oh, and that.
He thought he got contact, would have a three-point play. Instead, it's a turnover, and the Huskies are coming back the other way.
Cardinals with relentless defense. They're hustling to the man with the ball.
Foy trying to find his way inside. In some traffic, forces it up.
Oh, they call Smith.
And he will get 2 from the free throw line.
You know, before he gets in the middle, and then he gets caught. He gets caught in there, and there's not a lot for him to do. And we saw him with a 3-second violation earlier in that same type of situation. Didn't agree with it. But Elijah Smith going to get called for the foul.
First free throw attempt is off the mark for Calvin Foy.
These are pressure free throws.
Able to hit the second. 3-point lead for the Huskies. Morange in the post against Fine, turns, it's picked by Foy, and then the shot is off the mark. Rebound controlled by Learned.
Oh,
And that's going to be another one against Elijah Smith. It's going to be called for the trip.
that's his 4th. These are all shooting
Timeout,
situations.
Cardinals.
Yeah, Cardinals with 6:39 remaining, trailing by 3.
We knew it would be close after the double overtime thriller just a week and a half ago. And it has certainly delivered a 48-45 lead for the Andover Huskies. 6:39 to play in the second half. We've seen both coaches a little frustrated with the officiating, but the officiating they have called a lot.
They have. They have.
They have called a lot of fouls.
And more so against Coon Rapids than Andover
In the second
here.
half.
Second half. In the second half. Correct.
But as you heard Coach Hani talk about, 17 free throw opportunities for Coon Rapids in the first half, and that's going to be too many for most coaches.
Yeah.
More than they'd like to give up in a game, much less a half.
Look at that Husky mascot go. It must be like Dave must be like looking in a mirror. It's like looking in a mirror for Dave Emmy. Dave does a lot of jumping around.
The mascot will sleep good tonight. Big 3 free throws right here for Austin Learned. After seeing Coon Rapids take the lead for the first time all game with a 10-0 run, it was started and ended with a Lucky Morange three-pointer. They took that timeout and have scored.
Got the lead back
the
to
last
5.
6. Driving is Doe. The basket will count plus the foul. He'll go to the line for the three-point play. Jack Sharon picks up his 3rd.
You can see it there, and Jordan Doe having a nice game. As Sharon just not able to keep his feet planted. Big free throw here for Jordan Doe. Cut the lead to 2.
Not able to do so. Learned able to get the rebound. Fine into the front court, passes into the middle, and Gal kicks it back out. Three-pointer for Foy is short. Rebound long, comes back to him. Jackson Aurelius steps up, takes the charge.
That's 4 on Foy. That's a big foul. That's a really big foul right there. He's going to have to come out with his 4.
Jordan Doe into the front court. Into Aurelius in the posts. Punched away from him by Ani. Recovered by Doe. Up top, Elmy. Gets away from Fine into the cordon. Jordan Doe thought about the 3 and then instead finds Palmer underneath. He scores and it's a 1-point game.
Yeah, nice look underneath to Jaden Palmer. As he's able to get through past the defense.
Ani's pass tipped away out of bounds by Jordan Doe.
Good hustle by Doe as well.
Well, and that's the trademark. That's if this Cardinals team is going to be successful, it has to start with that type of defense.
Yes, it does. And they've been smothering defense here and really causing Andover some trouble.
Ani back to Kopetsky, steps up, three-pointer will not go. Jaden Palmer has the rebound for the Cardinals.
I'm not sure Coach Ani's happy with those shots.
Lucky, a good crossover to find some room, but then lost the handle. Now he needs some help. Gets it to Palmer. He fumbles it. Going to the floor for it is Nick Fine.
They call Fine for a foul.
I don't know, but Jaden Palmer grimacing and grabbing his wrist.
I don't know if I like that call. I mean, I'm fortunate. I'm glad it came for the Cardinals, but I'm not sure that was a foul. But hopefully Palmer is okay.
Yeah, Palmer in some discomfort. Looked like he was grabbing his right wrist a little bit. Big free throws for him right here. 5:09 to play.
Yeah, they're huge.
We're tied. He's got one more. And Coon Rapids is back in front, 51-50.
Yeah, it's just seesawing back and forth. Andover builds up a bit of a lead, and Coon Rapids does a nice job of whittling it back down.
Ani in the corner, double team comes, and there's a foul.
It's on Palmer. That'll be his third. But now, Joe, as this game continues, free throws are huge, huge for both teams. Both teams in the bonus situation, the Huskies in the double bonus.
Ani not able to get the roll. Second one in and out.
Now for Coon Rapids, now you play your offense and you find those shots, work your offense, and get yourself opportunities with the lead.
Elmy has it tipped away out of bounds off of his hands, so Andover gets it on the turnover. Left alone was Angel, kicks it back out. Kopetsky will put it on the floor. Back to Learned, left side. He finds room to the baseline, and he scores.
Big bucket underneath for Learned. And with Foy out of the lineup, he's going to have to step up. He has a dozen.
Driving at the other end is Palmer, and he gets the roll. Fine into the corner. Kopetsky for
Wow.
3, and he buries it.
Yeah, we saw him in that first half, big successful from outside. Big three-pointer for Andover.
Jaden Palmer into Aurelius. Aurelius turns, the hook shot won't fall. The rebound by Fine. Andover with a 2-point lead and the possession. Into the corner for Ani. Ani trying to get through traffic, and he traveled.
Again, I mean, you credit Coon Rapids with the defense. They once that the player has the ball, they're collapsing around him. And you saw it there between Jordan Doe and Jaden Palmer. They did a really good job of making sure he wasn't going anywhere. Two-point lead for Andover, Joe Yund.
Morangi in the low post. Lost the handle, but went out off of Andover. Foy is back on the floor with his 4 fouls.
Well, at this point, at 3 minutes left, you need him on the floor.
Up top, Elmi will slow down and reset the offense, working to the left. Lost the handle, will recover and bring it back outside for Jackson Aurelius. Into the corner, Doe for 3. That one won't fall. Rebound tipped, controlled by Learned. In traffic, he is fouled, will go to the line to shoot 2.
They call Palmer.
Yep.
Yeah. That's his 4th. Again, big free throws here. 2:48 remaining, a 2-point Husky lead.
And he gets the roll to hit them both, make it a 2-possession game at 57-53. Morangi, Elmi for 3, in and out. The rebound to Ani.
You know, I like that because he had that open look, and we've seen that. We've seen him hit that shot so many times.
Ani dribbles through, gets it to Foy. Foy back to Ani.
You know, one thing the Cardinals are not going to do is let Andover take time off the clock.
And that's going to be number 4 against Jackson Aurelius.
But every foul in this situation is an opportunity from the line, as Foy's going to get his opportunity. Well, he's been rough from the line tonight.
Able to hit 1 and 2 and push it to a 5-point lead. Timeout Cardinals.
Yeah, 2:11 remaining, and you know we've seen that lead go from 5 to 10, back down to 5. Then the Cardinals taking the lead, and then Andover being able to push it back to 5.
It all comes down to really, you know, a 5-point lead definitely gives Andover the advantage, but it all comes down to 131 seconds to determine whether your season is over.
Yeah, that it does, and it's going to be an interesting 2:11 remaining in this contest. Both teams, Andover going to try and get that defensive stop here. But the Cardinals, I mean, the thing is, the Cardinals haven't given up all game long, and you know they were down early by 15 and able to fight back. So they know they have this opportunity. 5 points, not a big lead here in a game like this. Coach Ani getting to make sure his team is set up defensively.
Every possession huge for the Cardinals now. Well, and for the Huskies
both
for
teams,
that matter.
absolutely.
Lucky for three. Won't fall. Rebound tip. Long controlled by Kopetsky. Kopetsky slowing it down. Back to Foy near midcourt. Sharon back to Kopetsky and now Foy. Yeah, the Huskies will be in no hurry.
No.
Want a good look,
Oh,
and there
beautiful.
it is.
Oh,
Fine
it didn't
in close,
drop.
and it won't go. Palmer the rebound.
Wow.
Aurelius puts it on the floor. Can't score off the glass. Tipped by Palmer. Palmer gets it back. His shot off the side of the backboard. And the rebound by Sharon.
And I think Sharon actually got a little piece of that.
Kopetsky into the corner for Fine. Down to the final minute, a 5-point lead for the Huskies. Foy back to Kopetsky. Those two will play catch until the Cardinals foul one or the other.
Well, pretty soon you got a foul, I would imagine.
Cardinals scrambling on the floor, no whistle, and finally it's a tie-up, no foul called with 43.7. The possession arrow, though, favors Andover. Foy now fouled by Elmy and will go to the line to shoot two.
Well, and Foy hasn't been consistent from the line, so maybe that's not a bad guy to put up there.
Well, if he can hit both, make it a three-possession game,
that
it
would
would
be tough.
just about put it out of reach.
Yep. Yeah, these are big free throws.
Hits the first one easily. And he hits them both, and the lead is 7. Range looking for some room, lost possession, and Fine went hard to the floor after it and is called for the foul. Doe for three. That one won't fall. The rebound by Jack Sharon. And the Huskies have just about sealed the deal now with 14.7 remaining, and Kopetsky going to the line.
Yeah, and that's Jackson's going to pick up that foul. He's going to foul out. And his high school basketball career has come to a close. Very emotional young man, and I get it.
Kopetsky misses the first. Elmy for three at the other end. He's fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot three.
Yeah, he'll shoot three. 9 seconds remaining. 61-53 Huskies.
Well, a couple of great spurts in the middle of the second half for the Cardinals. Gave them the lead a couple of different times, but the Huskies able to close it out. Elmy hits all three. 6-point deficit with 9 seconds to play.
Yeah, it's certainly Cardinals have nothing to hang their heads about. This was a game where they were at one time down by 15 and did a nice job of getting it back to a 5-point deficit at the half. And as you mentioned, coming back and getting leads a couple of times here in the second half. Just unless something miraculous happens, unfortunately won't be able to close it out. Tommy G, class of 73.
Yeah, I found it interesting. Tommy G and Mike Dupont sitting right next to each other.
Yeah, I see that.
The two voices of Cardinal athletics at the barn. Great to see them both out showing support for the team on the road.
Absolutely.
Just thought it was interesting. They go ahead and sit right next to you. 9 seconds left. Andover inbounds to Kopetsky. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for a couple more free throw opportunities. MJ Galama picking up his third.
You can see the emotions on the Cardinal bench by those seniors.
Kopetsky hits them both. Cardinals with one last run down the court. Elmy for three from the corner. That won't go. Long rebound. Henry will not get that shot off before the buzzer. And the season will end with a 63-56 loss to the Andover Huskies.
Yeah, tough way to end your season, and certainly the Cardinals, they had their ups and downs this season, but they've played some really nice basketball, especially in spurts. And unfortunately, this is going to be one that the Cardinals are not going to continue their season with. And we want to wish of course, the seniors well their last game as a Cardinal basketball player, and you can see the emotion on a lot of their faces. Jackson Aurelius, Thalen Elmy, Lucky Morange.
Jordan's a junior.
No, Jordan's a junior, yeah.
Jaden
Palmer, Joseph Tarnu, Isaac Johnson. I think those are the seniors for Coon Rapids, who basketball careers will come to an end here in Cardinal Red.
But it was an entertaining game.
Yes.
We talked about it, in the first half. It looked like the Andover Huskies may just run away with this. They were up by 15 about midway through. Cardinals cut it down to a 5-point game. Cardinals, for the middle portion of that second half, were in control of the tempo and the scoreboard, and they came back a couple of times to take the lead. But closing it out, it goes to the Andover Huskies, final 63-56. And that is going to mean that everything ahead of us is sunny and warm.
We're spring right into spring
Baseball,
sports.
softball, lacrosse, do a little tennis.
Yep.
That's what's coming up next on CTN. But that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score from Andover: Huskies 63, Cardinals 56. Want to thank everybody out there for joining us, continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including David Emme and Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.